guys, it's your girl C Chronicles here. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for keeping the faith and sticking around. And if you haven't subscribed, why not, guys? I hope you subscribe to this channel. On this channel, we'll do fragrance reviews where I give you my take on different fragrances and my likes and dislikes. So today we have another fragrance, and today we're talking about Chanel No. 5 by Chanel. This is the packaging. Chanel No. 5 by Chanel, and this is the perfume in question. This is an Eau de Parfum. Look at the bottle, guys. Elegant with gorgeous dresser appeal, right? So this is the perfume. I'm going to spray it on a piece of paper because I'd like to keep this one to scent my room. So yeah, I'm not going to spray it on myself. I'm going to spray it on a piece of paper. This is an aldehyde and floral combination perfume. It's got bergamot, lemon, and neroli. The middle notes on this are rose, ylang ylang, jasmine, lily of the valley, and iris. And the base notes are vetiver, sandalwood, vanilla, amber, and patchouli. This fragrance, guys, is one that just takes me back in time. This fragrance reminds me of my childhood years. You know, my mother used this fragrance a lot. In fact, I'd say it was her signature scent. And she smelled like this a lot, and I liked it. So yeah, it just reminds me of my mother. And it also reminds me of the shampoo that she used to use on her hair, because this smells exactly like Johnson & Johnson's baby shampoo. The shampoo is this color, and yeah, it smells like this. But if you take that shampoo and then amp it up by 100 times, then you get this, but better, right? Yeah, so this is a very fresh, happy, warm, comforting, and powdery scent. It's different, to everybody. So this actual review that I'm going to do today is subjective to my thoughts, because I believe this fragrance plays out to different people differently, depending on your body chemistry. This is one that changes. If I had to give this bottle to a friend of mine, they might tell me a completely different a story about what they're getting from here. So it's a very different fragrance. It's unique in the sense that it's got this vibe that it's different from one person to the other. While somebody might say this is very heavy, another person might say this is very light, another one might say this is very in your face, while I say this is very warm and comforting. This is a very warm and comforting scent, which is why I believe Marilyn Monroe was using it as her signature scent. And I know it's been reformulated, so she was using this as a signature scent, but not this particular one. The one she was using is different from this one. They've reformulated this one to make it a bit lighter, I believe. But at the same time, I still get, the reason why she probably chose this as her bedtime scent, because it's just beautiful, warm, comforting. It's got this vintage feel. It's taking me back in time. It's reminding me of, the time when I was young, some school teachers and stuff. This is a fragrance that is not, I don't see anybody, tickling anyone's noses in the wrong way with this one. It's not a very, it's a deep fragrance, but at the same time, it's not an in-your-face fragrance. It gets very powdery, very musky, very warm, very floral, so it's a very subtle and elegant fragrance altogether. Where I would wear this fragrance is, maybe on shopping days out in a mall, or when I'm going to buy more perfume, because this is a fragrance that I feel will not take over from the situation. So if I wore Chanel No. 5 on my clothes and then I sprayed something else on my palm, I don't think this one would, I would still be able to distinguish between this one and the new perfume that I've sprayed, because this one is a very warm and kind of quiet scent to me, but not a shy one. So don't take anything away from it and think this is a fragrance that I'm trying to suggest is invisible or not there. This makes a statement on its own, but it wouldn't interfere with any other fragrance, which is why I think this is ideal for maybe layering as well, you know, because I think if you had to put something else or use this one as a base, then you know, you could create another unique fragrance on its own, because I think this would be a very good base for layering. And hats off to Chanel, because I think whatever you know, the oils they used in this fragrance, they didn't spare any costs in here, which is why this fragrance in itself is not on the cheap side. You know, the oils in here are very deep, and they are very classy. They are flawless. You know, the way they've blended this is just unique and different. And the other thing about Chanel No. 5 is it's definitely not a fragrance that I can liken to something else. You know, this is a standalone. This is so different from anything I've ever used in my collection, that the first time I got this one as a present from my sister. She went on holiday and she decided to give me this one. You know, when I sprayed it, when I smelled it the first time, I just wanted to smile, because it was just that gorgeous, different perfume. I don't reach out for it a lot, not because I don't like it, but because I want to savor this. I just want to keep this for as long as I can, because this is a gem, guys. This is a gorgeous fragrance. Like I said, I would spray this if I'm going shopping. I'd spray this if I'm you know, even in the house, like during this lockdown. This is one of those scents that are very, you know, comforting and have a lasting power, and a very classy and elegant and clean, you know, put together kind of fragrance. So yeah, this to me is a plus. I love this fragrance, guys. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me today. If you haven't subscribed, like I said before, please do subscribe today. We have been talking about this fragrance. I hope I've given you what I can. Unfortunately, like I said, this is a fragrance that plays differently, you know, to different people. So take what I've said and investigate for yourself. If you already have this fragrance, please do tell me in the comment section what you think of it. I'd like to know your take on this fragrance, because it's different from one person to the other. So while I've said it's warm to me and very comforting, you let me know what yours you know, plays out as. I'll be interested to hear that in the comment section. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's been your girl C Chronicles. I'm happy you sticking around and enjoying this channel. Do stay safe, and remember, guys, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.